2003, Apple launched iTunes. Arnold Schwarzenegger was elected governor of California. U.S. forces finally captured Saddam Hussein. And just a year after being named Artist of the Century, Michael Jackson was awaiting trial for allegedly molesting a young boy.
The felony complaint involves 7 counts of child molestation.
The alleged victim, Gavin Arvizo, the 13-year-old cancer patient featured in Martin Bashir's documentary. After the film aired, the Arvizo family told investigators that Jackson had done nothing wrong. But a few months later, they changed their story and hired a lawyer. Controversy was nothing new for the aging pop star. But reports of a Neverland ranch filled with porn, underage drinking, and outrageous behavior sent the press into overdrive.
No comment.
Jackson's legions of fans stood by their hero.
Michael Jackson's innocent.
2 years after the alleged molestation, the prosecution and defense faced a formidable task: finding 12 jurors who could give a fair trial to the most famous man on the planet.
My name is Ray Haltman. I was an engineer.
My name is Tammy. I was 23 years old and had 2 young kids.
My name's Melissa Herrard. I was working with special need kids.
My name's Joseph Costello. I was going to school.
My name is Paulina. I was working as a waitress and was having a good time, I guess.
I got the summons in the mail. You know, it was my first summons ever. And, you know, you don't know what case it's for. And when I got to Santa Maria Courthouse, it was the longest line I've ever seen.
When I realized it was the Michael Jackson trial, it kind of took my breath away.
Everybody knows the songs.
I actually had such a little crush on him when I was growing up. Every time he sang, I thought he would be singing to me.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that didn't enjoy his music.
I wasn't a fan of Michael Jackson. I only superficially heard about the trial that was coming up. I'd probably had 2 or 3 other experiences with being called to jury duty and then not being selected. And my conclusion was the defense did not want a white, educated conservative on their jury. Of course, as it turned out, that didn't happen.
At 11:23 this morning, the judge swore in the first 12 jurors.
The prosecution team were the ones that chose me because one of the questions that they asked was that you've been involved with a molestation. And I had to tell them it was this person in my family that was molested. That was real hard for me to do.
This would be the first of many difficult moments for Melissa. Since jurors' names are kept confidential, the press nicknamed her the Fat Juror.
Within 18 months after the trial, I went ahead and had gastric bypass surgery and lost all the weight because I didn't want to be known as the Fat Juror anymore. It hurt me too much.
In addition to Melissa, the jury was comprised of 7 females and 4 males. 7 of the jurors were white, 4 were Hispanic, and 1 was Asian. The only African American was an alternate.
When I realized that that's all I was going to be, I was a little bummed out because I was the only African American. Technically, he still didn't have a juror of his peers on that panel.
I was defending a prominent African-American celebrity, but Michael Jackson was very different. Rather than divide races, he brought races together. So I accepted a panel without any African-American jurors, and I told Michael Jackson that I felt we had 12 people who were going to be very, very fair and good for us.
Despite the worldwide attention, the jury was not sequestered, but they were given strict orders to avoid all news about Jackson.
No, we weren't sequestered, but I always tell people that we were semi-sequestered.
When they would come on and start to say, oh, next will be the update on Michael Jackson, my daughter would go, Mom, it's coming on, and I'd have to plug my ears, close my eyes, and Then she'd come and tap me and tell me, okay, it's over.
You had to really change your everyday habits. You didn't wake up in the morning and have your newspaper with your cup of coffee.
That was our challenge, to only base our decisions on what happened in the courtroom. Period. Nothing else.